So I got a story today that I can't really go into about Vegas. It's very tragic. We're also going to cover the layoffs for February. It's halfway through the month, and they're worse than they were last year. We have bankruptcy filings across the country, more information on that, store openings and closings, and everything you own that has a screen or connects to a screen is probably going to get really, really expensive. And fun fact about Nevada, it sucks to be a renter. We'll tell you everything. My name is Stephen J. Campbell. This is a news channel that starts off with some Vegas and gives you the whole national picture. So let's start off with the lead story. I have to be very, very careful. Let me explain. I respect YouTube. They have guidelines. So bear with me as I direct you essentially to a story that needs to be addressed across the nation. So you'll see that some of the words here are blurred out. Overnight at the Rio, a really sad thing happened with a mother and her daughter. The story is they were here for a dance competition. Vegas is very popular for dance competitions. People bring their kids, cheerleaders in particular in this case. The mother and the father were going through a 10-year-long custody battle, and things happened. And I'm going to let you click on the link. We're just going to talk a little bit, though, about the money pressures that people are having right now, because I think based on the fact that cheerleading is like a $5,000 or $6,000 a year thing, the divorce that these two people had been going through, the custody battle, there was over 350 different legal filings that were done between these two people before the incident happened. These people were going through a massive, bitter legal fight over a child. And I can tell you that although my parents didn't have a massive, bitter legal fight, this never ends up well for the children, and it didn't end up well in this case. I'll let you click on the link. It's in the first pinned comment below. That's what we're going to talk about. But the money pressures are mounting across America. This is the problem when society gets to a point where people feel backed into a corner, and why it's because of layoffs. So the article reads, February 2026 layoffs. Here's the full list of companies. Before we get there, what kind of jobs are being cut in 2026? We're going to look at those because if you're in any of these positions, you have to take notice of this stuff. So tell me if you do any of these things. We have the low, which is ironically enough, software engineer. Not yet. Oh, but Stephen, you said that AI is coming for their jobs. Yes, New York parody, Stephen, it is coming for their jobs, but it's not there quite yet. We have to get to where the AIs can improve upon themselves. Uh-oh. Okay, fine, whatever. AI rewrote its own code to stop humans from shutting it down, and it sounds straight out of sci-fi. Okay. Yeah, I know that's already happening. Hardware and semiconductor engineering, sales and revenue operations, customer support specialists, game developers, operations partner success. Finance is not good, and then medium to high would be AI research roles. Because why? I told you, they're writing their own code. So we got what? We got Oracle, T-Mobile layoffs. So we got undisclosed, we don't know. Who's being laid off? I don't know, just those people over there. Why not? Look at that. Expedia, Western Digital, one of my first ever computer hard drives. You know why, right? Bankruptcies are going through the roof. Bankruptcies up. What? How much are bankruptcies up? 11%. Total bankruptcy filings rose 11%, with increases in both business and non-business bankruptcies in the 12-month period ending December 31st. For the record, Nevada is number 2. We are good at some things, and bankruptcies is most definitely one of them. Look at that. Everybody got their money straight after COVID, and then there's off to the races every year. Just boom, boom, boom. So that's business and non-business filings total combined. What would you do if the business you worked for went bankrupt? Do you have a backup plan? I'll tell you what my backup plan's been for several years, and that is the sponsor of this video, 1K a day. It's my own course. But see the chart? That's called a futures chart. See the yellow lines? All it is pattern recognition. You already probably do that in your everyday life. You might notice how these bars don't like to go past where I drew these yellow lines on the chart. That's just because I'm a human being and I can recognize simple patterns. And you know that if a big bar comes down and goes in either way, you're just going to click a button. In this case, we're going to click the big red button up here when it breaks this yellow line. Then watch what happens. Now, we simply watch it as it just rolls up a bankroll. How much did that come out to? Around $1,500, $1,600. And that's what I teach nearly 1,000 students now in my course, 1K a day. It's the simplest thing in the world. My question is, why haven't you given yourself a shot at doing it? Would it make your life any better to be able to learn a skill like that where that's your potential? So if you're confident in clicking a big red button and seeing simple patterns that happen every single day, if you have 15 or 20 minutes that you can dedicate to something in a day for a better future, here's what I want you to do for yourself. Now, listen, I only have 4 spots when I do these coupon codes, and I got people begging me to continue on the code. They're like, I get paid next week. Can we just inch it out a little bit? The price is going up to $299 any day now. Right now, it's just $199 to get my course 1K a day and learn how to do just that. And you'll get everything. There's no secret upsells. You get the whole course. I keep adding to it. We even do student live streams twice a month live. Steven, that's redundant. Of course they're live. They're called live. Shut up, parody, Steven. But if that's for you, I got 4 spots. Go get it before I increase the price. Just click the link in the first pinned video below. You want to have a better life, right? This will make your life better to learn a skill that nobody can take from you. Type in the code NEWS09 at checkout and send me an email when you're one of my students. I want to meet you. I want to get to know who you are. Because the reality of the situation is we just got a bitter pill on all these bankruptcies. Turns out the economy is great if you like the dollar store. Because right now we got a weird situation. Like what's going on now is that the economy is helping some businesses and it's hurting others. Some businesses are growing, some businesses are contracting. So on the surface, CNBC reports, here are the retailers with the most store openings and closures planned for 2026. Store closures in the US are expected to fall to their lowest level in the past 3 years as the retail industry moves beyond a major wave of bankruptcies. All my friends on the right side of the aisle give me a heck yes and praise to the orange guy because he's fixing everything. Yes, maybe not. Let's look closer. Critical thinking, guys, because the stores that are opening the fastest are Aldi, the discount grocery store, but we also got Dollar General in growth mode. Oh my gosh, Dollar General. But overall, Coresight projects the US retailers will close about 7,900 stores in 2026. That's good. That would represent the lowest number of store closures in the past 3 years. Yeah, because they're closing so many things, like eventually there's nothing left to close. But the good news for you guys is that you can get your Dollar General, your Aldi, and your Tractor Supply Company on. We had a friend that used to buy chickens out of the parking lot at Tractor Supply. Thank goodness they're in growth mode. GameStop, Francesca's, and Walgreens, they're leading the way with store closures. There's a graphic right here I should have just showed you. 7-Eleven is closing? Oh, thank heaven. Look at this. If you're not subscribed, you'll see a running theme. Everything is blamed on AI. Look right here. As retailers open new stores, customers' adoption of artificial intelligent chatbots like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, and others similar to discover merchandise or get shopping advice is challenging retailers to think about what they can offer customers in person. What? What it means is, how can we convince you to buy things in the store with the markup? But that may not matter because I don't know if you know this, but everything is going to get very, very expensive, very, very fast. At least all your tech stuff. We have this here from Morning Brew. The tech industry plunges into a crisis of memory. The big 3 memory chip producers can't meet demand for both AI data centers and consumer electronics, whose prices are rising with no end in sight. If you're not familiar, all of this AI, all of the little slick videos you see online of kittens doing amazing things.
Hey, this side's still too long. I told you I wanted it tapered more. No, I'm serious. It's uneven. Look at the mirror. You see that?
All of that brain rot is run on the same stuff that we have to put into our iPhones, into our video game consoles, into our iPads and our televisions. And then all that computer memory inside, look at these charts. Look at how much these have increased in just the last quarter of the last year. This is a huge pronounced markup. This is like companies like Sony who make the PlayStation video game console to decide to delay things because they can't sell you a $1,200 video game system. The market just won't buy into it. This is going to cause things like Apple right here having more of an impact on their bottom line, which could cause the markets to go tipsy-turvy upside down. Of course, if you were one of my students when it goes upside down, you would have seen this opportunity and banked possibly $800 to $1,000 for yourself. What are you waiting for? Click the link below. or don't, but just don't complain when your phone costs several $100s more in a year or two. Speaking of costs of things going up or down, here's a terrible fact about Vegas, about the rental market. Some of you guys might be thinking, I'm going to come to Vegas and rent a place. Got to be cheap, right? Bunch of degenerates. Yes, but look at this. From the Nevada Independent, I actually really respect this source. Does Nevada have the second highest rate of cost-burdened renters in the nation? We have to define a term and teach you something today. Cost-burdened. This means that you are spending more than 30% of your monthly income on just your housing. Cost-burdened. You can have cost-burdened mortgages, cost-burdened rentals. If you're crushing it in life, making $10,000 a month, you shouldn't be paying more than $3,000 a month for your housing. If you are struggling in life, making $1,000 a month, you need to do something better with your life. I hope that's not you, but you can't spend more than $300 a month. I am not good at math. I'm good with my words. And even then I screwed up, so I just did tens. Get it? Nevada has the second highest rate of cost-burdened renters nationwide, according to a 2024 census data. In 2024, approximately 270,000 out of 470,000 Nevada households for whom rent burden was calculated were considered cost-burdened. Oh, but it gets a little bit worse, because of course it does, because welcome to Sin City after all. Just over 50% were severely burdened. So you have to understand, this city right here is a weird city. We have a lot of people working shift work. They are right now especially feeling the pinch with the lack of hours at the jobs. And when things get tough in society, when we have all of these layoffs happening, all of these AI scary job layoffs going on, all you got to do is you just got to find other ways to do something good for yourself. I don't know what it means to you. Working 2 or 3 extra jobs. That sounds incredibly tough. Going back to school, getting government money to live on through a grant if you qualify. I guess that's an option. That takes years. Taking my course, learn something within a few weeks to a few months. Got like a whole thing ready for you. Click, ready made. Go learn. Just got to get out there and do something better for yourself and your family, because no matter how good the economy gets, it's only going to get good for those people that have the assets and have the affluence in life. And that's just the way things go, though. It's the 80-20 rule. It's the Pareto principle. If you don't know what this is, just go look it up. You can take a look at any sales organization and you will find that 20% of the people make 80% of the income. It's a very strange rule, and I didn't invent it. I just know that it's kind of a universal trait that we seem to see in societies. But at the end of the day, if you think I did a good job for you in this video, if you're 1% smarter, why don't you click on the subscribe button and drop us a comment below and let us know what your thoughts are. Oh, and speaking of your thoughts, you want to be in my video? Give me a call. It's a voicemail line that I have set up for you, 702-546-8107. Leave me a voicemail and give me your first name. If it's a great comment, I'll play your comment on my video in the future, and I'll make a segment based on what you have to say. That's your disclaimer. You might be featured on YouTube in front of tens of thousands of people, potentially millions. I've had videos that go to 1 million views. Speaking of that video with 1 million views, it's right next to my head. You can go click on that. I post videos Mondays through Fridays, so come back and subscribe. And as my mentor always tells me, just keep swimming.